drag queens in baseball. What's next? First, it was Story Hour at your local library or public school with drag queens reading sexually explicit literature to small children. Now the Los Angeles Dodgers have invited a group of drag queens to come out to the ball game. So-called Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, the name says it all, is a fringe queer group mocking Christianity. These Sisters of Sacrilege were invited to appear at a Los Angeles Dodgers game in recognition of Gay Pride Month. When that caused an uproar, the faux nun drag queens were disinvited. Then woke culture took over, and the Dodgers apologized for the cancellation and invited the queer crowd back. These are the same people who have staged on video for all to see a drag queen in high heels gyrating sexually around a nearly nude man depicting Jesus on the cross. This outrageous display of religious sensitivity was addressed by the Dodgers in a public statement that said in part, "We offer our sincerest apologies to the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. We're pleased that they've agreed to receive the gratitude of our collective communities for the life-saving work that they have done tirelessly for decades." Most Americans take a live and let live attitude toward this sort of thing, so long as it doesn't infringe on someone else's rights. Well, Christians, and especially Catholics, believe this egregious stunt is a severe violation of public decency and disrespects religion. For men dolled up as nuns to stroll the bases at a Major League Baseball game is the height of anti-religious arrogance and blasphemy. I grew up as a child loving the old Brooklyn Dodgers. My heroes were Jackie Robinson, Duke Snider, Gil Hodges, and Pee Wee Reese. What would they say about Christians being mocked like this? I imagine they would have considered such a travesty to be unthinkable. Which raises a question. If drag queens at a baseball game wasn't acceptable to the old Dodgers, what is the next unthinkable thing on the horizon? Will polyamorous lovers dance in the outfield? Will polygamous families be celebrated in the dugout? Will third base coaches don tutus? If the line isn't drawn here, where will it ever be drawn? It is deeply offensive that things considered sacred, especially by Catholics, are used to ridicule personal faith in a very public way. This isn't taking place on a street corner as a protest. This is an official invitation of a Major League Baseball team revered by a city, a team that gets considerable tax breaks from taxpayers, millions of whom are Christians. If drag queens want to claim a month to celebrate their proclivities, it's a free country. But it's not free when people are buying a ticket to see baseball players exhibit their athletic skills and are instead subjected to this sort of nonsense. I know devout Catholics with family members who have devoted themselves to a lifetime of chaste service unto the Lord by becoming a nun. This is their spiritual choice of vocation. Having it trivialized by men dressed as women, celebrating unfettered sexual indulgence is beyond the pale. One may argue that baseball fans don't have to buy tickets to the game if they don't want to see such things. But what about season ticket holders who can't get a refund? What about fans who bought tickets in advance without knowing this would happen? This sacrilegious stunt involves more than gay pranksters having a laugh at the expense of Christianity. This is an issue offensive to all Christians. In America, people may be free to reasonably do what they wish, but when the Los Angeles Dodgers take hard-earned money from fans who want to watch balls and strikes instead of poser nuns and drag, it should be strike three. You're out.
Your financial support and prayers make it possible for us to bring hope for the hurting and freedom to those in spiritual bondage. For the latest information regarding ministry outreaches, go to boblarson.org or call 303-980-1511.